Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Caledonia Works London Brighton South Coast Railway E1. Now, if you're a southern buff like me, you'll probably be a bit excited by this locomotive being released, as I was, mainly because they are a terrier on steroids. I don't know how else to put it apart from a bigger sister of the terriers. They look identical in every way except they're bigger, more powerful, and could go in a lot of places. And the fact that there's only one survivor of this class around, which is currently on the Isle of Wight. I believe it's Vauxhall. I think it's that one, or it could be another one. I have seen it in person. It's currently under restoration, or going to be restored. But anyway, back to this. So, as always, we're going to look around the loco. We're going to take it for a drive, and then I'll end the video there. So, as always, with Caledonia Works locos, they're done to a very high standard of model and texturing. And, yeah, this one is, well, living up to that bar, really. Yeah, you get quite a lot of liveries in this pack. You get this one, which is the British Railways Malachite Green. You get BR Black, you get Southern Green. I think you get London Brighton, Marsh and Improved, I believe. But yeah, you get quite a few. Reuse of sounds from the other Southern locos. I get that a lot of Southern locos shared a lot of whistle sounds, but occasionally there were differences, like the Bullieds and other locos. Yeah, but yeah. One thing I will say is partly the reason why I've had to pause it whilst doing this intro is because of this. Yes, the Westinghouse pump. These locos were fitted with air brakes when they went over to the Isle of Wight. It's a nice feature. The annoying thing is it's super loud. I know they do make that noise all the time, but I don't think they are that loud in person. There's no way of turning it off. There's no way of turning down the volume on it. And I will admit, after a while, it does get on your nerves. If I'm brutally honest, it does get on your nerves. It is quite loud in game. But other than that, it's a nice loco to drive. The safety valves as well are about the same volume as the Westinghouse pump, but there are hotkeys to turn down the volume on that. Unfortunately, you can't do that with the Westinghouse pump, which I really would have liked at this point, mainly because of how loud it is, or just the fact that, you know, there should be a way of turning it off in the cab, but I'll show you that in the in just a sec. So I'll just unpause it, mind your ears. I did have to turn down the game volume, probably just so you could hear me. So anyway, so here's the in-cab. I'll just pause it again so it doesn't drive you nuts. So here's the inside of the cab, typical Stroudley setup, like the Terriers and everything else. Yeah, that, believe it or not, is the valve to turn off the Westinghouse, and it doesn't work. Which is a shame. So we have to put up with the Westinghouse noise, I'm afraid. I believe there is a vacuum version, I think. I might be wrong. But yeah, this is the bog standard air braked, typical Stroudley engine. Yeah, I'll show you around the other views. So you got this side looking at the cab, head out, wheels, front and back, centre, there. All the usual camera views you get from Caledonia Works. And back into the cab again. Yeah, don't know what else to show you. I don't know if you've noticed, there's a lot of these plaques popping up in his DLCs now. From what I've seen, there's mixed reviews. I I'm not going to say too much, but I will respect a person of faith. I'm not a man of faith myself, but it's, if I'm brutally honest, that's a bit in your face sort of thing. The Bible and everything was a happy little Easter egg. You know, for someone like me who just wants to download their content, drive them, and use them, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to be reminded all the time, especially stuff like that. I'm sorry to say, but as I said, I respect a man or anyone who has faith. It's it's their DLC at the end of the day. They do what they like, but I in my opinion, I would have just stuck to the Bible in the cab. I don't want to have to keep looking around and just Anywho, that's my rant out the way. Let's crack on with looking at this loco. So yeah, we're on the Tilbury line once again. We're going from Tilbury, and we'll end the video up at Birchwood Junction. And probably get this video out at some point. So yeah, I'll speak to you guys when we get to Birchwood Junction. On another note as well, you do get wrong end. You do get headlamps and discs and whatnot. The whistles are the same, so spacebar is this, and then control space is the short whistles, and that's it. Turn the injectors off. The blowers off. Yeah, you can kind of see what I mean about the Western house. It gets on your nerves a little bit. Anywho, let's go. here we are at Birchwood Junction, where the main line meets my preserved railway. So yeah, what do I think of the E1s? Well, like I said at the start, they're brilliant. The sounds are a bit reused, but apart from that, the model and textures are on point as well with every other Caledonia Works locomotive. Yeah, just those little rants at the start of the video. But yeah, there's nothing much else to say really. Just thinking of it, I think there is a command in the manual to take the plaque out of the cab. I'm not too sure. You guys will have to read the manual. But apart from that, yeah, we're at the end of another video. So if you want to see more of my content, hit the like button and subscribe. I post videos every Saturday or whenever at around 10 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, if you want to see more of it, give us a subscribe, help the channel grow rather. And if you like the video, give it a like, and I'll be interested to see what you say in the comments. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!